So the year 2020 really ended up for many car makers on a very positive note. In fact, this was a December much better than December 2019, but in fact it was a December much better than many Decembers, given we were coming from such a big shocker from say a March to May of the lockdown and the pandemic. But how is January looking? Now what's important is how, what is next. Now what we have been told by our sources is that January looks good for all car makers. Maruti especially, we had told our viewers earlier as well as Maruti is looking at the 2 million number. It's a big achievement if Maruti is able to do it. At least the first month they have started on the front foot. They have gone ahead and they are looking at almost 1.6 lakh worth of production, at least in the month of January. That is important. Let's speak about Tata Motors. Tata Motors has been going full throttle for a very long time. In fact, they've been really trying to manufacture as much as they can. Now, along with Mahindra, they're also facing the issue with Bosch, and that is why they've said also that they will not be able to expand it to the 5-10% capacity which is left at this point of time. But they're trying to do a 23,000-25,000 every month. This month remains the same. They're trying to up it by 100, 200, 300 by increasing production, increasing increasing small ingredients every month. But we are being told that they will be again eyeing that top mark which they're able of from 23 to 25,000. M&M on the other hand is still suffering from ECU issues, and that is why their numbers are at 20,000. Is the demand in the market or more than 20,000? That is something which we do not know. But what Mahindra claims is that at this point of time the supply is much better, the demand is still an issue, and that is where they are still stuck. They are still struggling with it, but they're planning to really come out of it. That is very important. Now, where is this confidence coming from? When I speak to the car makers, what they're telling me is that one is that with the news of vaccine and anyhow the numbers really coming down, what's going to happen is that offices are going to start and people still are apprehensive about public transport. So the reason is that once offices really open, people will start buying their own vehicles. People are anyhow buying their own vehicle, and they will continue to do so in the next 3 to 4 months as well. So that is one part. Secondly, they are very confident that they have ended December on a very positive note. So they believe that the momentum which has started say from the festive season has continued to December will also continue in the month of January. And most importantly, the economic indicators are now getting better. The moment economic indicators are getting better, people are getting more confident of making that purchase which they had gone ahead and postponed once the pandemic happened. And even if things really came back to normal, salaries came back to normal, it took some time for the consumers to really go ahead and make that big ticket purchases. There are anyhow many happening. What the companies believe is that going ahead, they will either continue in the same way or increase, and that is why they are so bullish on demand. So clearly the January month numbers really are positive. They tell you that all the companies are really starting in a front foot. You can say they're stepping out and trying to hit the ball out of the park. That's also something which you can say. But what's important is that Motown, especially the car manufacturers, are really upping the ante when it comes to production in the month of January 2020.